Hi there, this is David and welcome back to Let's Play Trails of Cold Steel. Today we are headed down to Bereahard by train for our next field study. Oh, are you two still fighting? Come on, get over it.
Morning. You two are up early.
I want to make this very clear before we leave. You are my classmate. You are not my friend. We may be in the same group, but I would appreciate it if you would not address me as casually as you seem want to do.
You know, Eustace, I get it. I understand why you can't stand this guy. He seems like such an asshole.
Our class's vice president is as stubborn as ever.
Say that again. I dare you.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
It looks like we're all gathered then. Shall we be leaving?
We might as well, though there's still some time before our train leaves.
That's fine.
I have no objections either.
Well, let's go.
This is gonna be a long weekend. Yeah, Emma does not seem pleased about this at all. She's just like, ugh, this again? The groups are pretty much the same as they were the first time around, I've gotta say. The only switch is that Gaius was kind of changed out for Reen. So, yeah, maybe Reen can make him get along better than Gaius could have? Who knows? Yeah, let's go ahead and enter the station. I'm not going to worry about talking to these people. They'll all pretty much just say like, hey, good morning. What are you doing up so early? Oh, I wish I was going to Bereahard too. Hey guys, what's up? Ah, you made it. Hey, good morning. Are you leaving now too? Yeah, I'm hoping we'll be able to reach Bereahard before noon. Looks like you guys already have your tickets, huh? Yeah, the train to the capital should be arriving any minute now. Our destination, Sank Arc, is about as far from Trista as yours, I believe. Yeah, they're both about 5 hours from Trista by express train. I've never ridden on a train for so long before. I'm kind of looking forward to it. Guess they're the same as ever, huh? I'm amazed I'm not sick of this whole ordeal by now. It's getting tedious. Fee. If anyone can do it, it's you, Reen. Huh? Do what? Get those two to make peace with one another. I couldn't make it work, but I suspect you'll have a much better chance. Do you really think it's even? Okay, well that's us. I'm afraid we've got to run. May Adios be with you. Let's all do our very best. You bet. Take care, everyone. Bye. Oh, how I wish I was in their group. But at least now I'll actually get to, fight with these people that I haven't really fought with. Especially Fee and Emma. I've never fought with them. And Eustace and Machias just a little bit. I guess we should buy our tickets and line up for the Bereahard train then. Yes, let's. If we must. Though I'm loath to patronize a city so crawling with nobles. Huh. Again, get over it, Machias. I'm sick of it. Yep, that's where we're going. I believe there's a direct line that stops at Celtic, isn't there? Indeed there is. Every other train heading east from here is the direct line. And the next one will be arriving soon, so I'd suggest buying your tickets now. Sure. Okay, so off we go. Well, can't wait to see what this train ride has in store for us if we don't strangle each other, on the way over there. And if you didn't figure it out by now, the reason why this is called Trails of Cold Steel, the cold steel refers to the train, kind of like Trails in the Sky referred to all the airships. So it's just kind of like the way that you travel. There's so many empty seats around. If they hate each other so much, why don't they sit in one of these empty seats that are all over the place? Shall we review what we know about where we're going? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Would you mind giving us an overview, Eustace? You're from Berea Hard City, after all. Huh, if that's what you want, I'll oblige. But are you sure you wouldn't rather hear from the group's finest intellectual mind instead? I'm sure he'd be able to give you a far more critical analysis, without any of the pro-noble bias I'm certain to inject. Are you suggesting that I allow my views to cloud my ability to see things objectively? Oh, not at all. You were intelligent enough to score second on the entrance exam after all, and you spent your every waking moment since with your nose glued to a textbook, studying as if your life depended on it. So I'm sure your knowledge is quite vast, in terms of book smarts, even if it is lacking in virtually every other regard. Why, you... Please stop, both of you! Well, it's easy to see why you scored so miserably in last month's field study. What was that? Reen? Last month, Group B got an E on their field study. If that had been a proper exam, it would have been a fail, and a low one too. Do you two really want that to happen again? Well, I hope you're not naively suggesting that we just put all of our differences aside and become best friends. Of course not. We were chosen to be in Class 7 because of our differences, in fact. We come from different backgrounds, so naturally we're going to have conflicting opinions and ways of looking at things, and no doubt we all have a few beliefs that we're not willing to compromise on, no matter what. But that doesn't change the fact that for the next few days, we're all part of the same group. We're all partners. Reen, I was wondering what you were getting at. You have to be joking. I refuse to accept the fact that... I'm not saying that we have to be friends, but we're in the same group and working towards the same objective. Let me try putting it another way. We're united against a common enemy, Group B, and unless we want to lose to them, we have to work together here. What? Reen? I wouldn't have taken you to be competitive type. Of course I am. I care about winning and losing just as much as the next guy, and get just as frustrated when other people hold me back. I'm jealous of how good your grades are, for example. All three of you. I feel like I'm losing the race and have to struggle to catch up, and it was beyond frustrating when we lost against the instructor the other day. I see. There's no denying that she's strong, incredibly strong in fact. I don't know what kind of experience or training she's been through to become that way, but it's simply a fact. I just feel like we'd be able to work together a little bit better. If we'd just been able to form proper compact links with one another, we may have at least evened the odds a little. You would have. Sarah's only strong because she knows how to fight. If you'd been able to work together, you could have withstood her onslaught a little longer. You might not have won, but you wouldn't really have lost either. Exactly. A nice little windmills. Looks kind of like Holland, you know, with all the farms and the windmills and the little canals going on through. Elisa, Laura, and Elliot are all in the same group as last time, and Gaia seems like the type who can work well with anybody. They'll be a strong team. Yeah, they'll be able to give their absolute best no matter what comes their way. Honestly, if we don't do something about our own shortcomings, their score could easily double ours. Enough! I get it already! And it's not like I have much of a choice but to go along with your yay team attitude now, do I? Indeed, I prefer not to cooperate with this farce, but I have no intention of standing by and accepting defeat. So you're saying, until this trip is over, we'll call a truce. Agreed? Huh, very well. The very notion of working under these circumstances is ludicrous, but I am more than just capable of enduring such idiocy if I must. The same goes for me! Well, at least it seems they might actually try to cooperate with one another this time, right? That's a significant improvement over last month. I do feel a little better. This is an improvement? I shudder to think what things must have been like last time. And no kidding, Reen. And off we go. Last time we stopped at Keldic. Now I think that we're going to be heading south. Not that it tells us. Alright, here's what I can tell you. Berea Heart's the most important city in the Eastern Kruvan province. Its population is roughly 300,000, making it relatively large even by municipal standards. The hilly region surrounding the city is inhabited by innumerable minks, which are prized for their fur. Furthermore, the Kruvan province as a whole is also widely renowned for the high-quality gemstones mined there. Yes, gems and furs are regarded as Berea Heart's two main specialties. There's even a part of the city dedicated solely to those who work with them, isn't there? That would be the Artisan Street in South Bereahard, yes. Large numbers of artisans gather there to prove their worth. There's a shop in Heimdallr that specializes in gems produced in Bereahard as well. Of course, only nobles and the ridiculously wealthy have any reason to patronize it. Can't see myself ever going there. Which brings up perhaps the most important thing to note, a fact of which you're already quite aware, but it can't be stressed enough. Bereahard is, at its heart, a city of nobles. What's been said about it in that regard is no exaggeration. It's really true, huh? I've heard nobles don't actually make up the majority of the population, though. That's correct. However, from Artisan Street to the enormous Provincial Army Guardhouse, to the Central Plaza with its giant cathedral, to the airport designed to handle the largest of airships, Bereahard is a city that was developed with the nobility, and the Alberea household in particular, at its center. So it really isn't an exaggeration then. Huh. I'm surprised you're able to discuss your own family so objectively. There's no point in denying the truth. As long as we're in Bereahard, you'd be well advised to keep your usual anti-noble vitriol to yourself. Unless you fancy becoming very friendly with the Provincial Army at any rate. I know that! I can hold my tongue when I have to. Is it bad that I'm actually kind of seeing this as kind of encouraging? In a weird sort of way, it kind of feels like we're making progress? Okay, let's talk to Machias. I hate having to cooperate with him, but I don't want to be the one responsible for losing to Group B. I suppose I'll call a truce with you too. I'd almost forgotten that Machias had a problem with me. Listen, I'm sorry about... I don't actually think you're a deceitful, noble sympathizer, so there's no need to say anything. But don't get the wrong idea. I'm only agreeing to a truce. I haven't completely forgiven you for what you did. That's more than enough. Thanks, Machias. Why would you thank me? Ha, looks like he really doesn't hate me after all. If only I could find some way to make up with him entirely. Thank you so much, Rean. I knew Gaius was right about you. What do you mean? At the station, he said, if anyone can do it, it's you, remember? I didn't do anything special, though. I just gave him my honest opinion. And that's exactly why I think you were able to successfully convince them. I guess it's up to us now, to make sure we don't let the group down. We won't, I'm sure of it. What are you two whispering about? It is rather suspicious. Nothing at all. I wasn't expecting to return to Bereahard so soon. It's been about 2 months now since we started at the academy. Guess it hasn't really been long enough yet for you to miss it, huh? Huh, indeed. And 2 months is hardly enough for anything to truly change. That's very true. Still, a city full of nobles. I get the feeling I'm going to need to be a lot more conscious of the things that I say and do. Nobles do have quite a fixation with social standing and class, but you should try not to let it get to you. Just be yourself. If you exert too much energy re-ironing in every word and action, we won't be able to get anything done. That's good advice, thanks. If you give any more like it, I'm sure we'd all be really appreciative. We'll be relying on your knowledge of the city. You're in good hands then. Is something the matter? I underestimated you a little. Thanks, I guess. Still, the hard part will be keeping this up for the whole of our field study. We're going to need to get a whole lot stronger if we want to have a better chance against the instructor next time. If you want to beat Sarah, a little extra training won't be enough. True, we're completely outclassed by her last time. I wonder what sort of regimen she underwent to wind up so strong. It's just who she is. Huh, sounds like Fee knows something. Maybe we can get her to open up a bit more someday. And I'm going to go ahead and play Blade with everybody off screen. Remember to play Blade with everybody because that gets you 50 bond experience for each of them. So that's pretty nice. Easy experience. And it's whether you win or lose, so it really doesn't matter. And if you want to sit there and purposely throw the game just to get it over with quickly, go ahead and do it. I'm not going to look anything worse on you. We've passed through the granary region. What a beautiful view. That looks like the town in the distance. Something's spiring up there. The Dark Spire? No, not that. Look! You can see a few steeples in the distance. That's Bereahard. Indeed. We should be there in roughly an hour now. We may yet arrive by noon after all. And here we are, finally in Bereahard. Finally get off this train, go explore the city, look around town, meet some of Eustace's family. Be fascinating. Lord Eustace! Lord Eustace, welcome back to Brayhard. It's a pleasure to meet you again. Amazing. Huh. I can't believe all the station employees would abandon their duties to come and welcome him. He's a real VIP. I've returned here as a student of Thor's Military Academy to conduct a field study. I believe you were informed that this manner of excessive welcome is neither necessary nor desired, were you not? Well, yes, but... You're a child of the Aberrea household. If anything, we should be apologizing for not giving you an even greater welcome. Please, allow me to carry your luggage. We would be honored to carry the belongings of your classmates as well.
That won't be necessary.
Huh? Lord Rufus!
Rufus? What?
My beloved brother, it's a pleasure to see you again. To think it's been 3 months. Where did the time go? I wasn't expecting to reunite with you so soon, but I'm delighted to have the opportunity.
As am I. You seem well.
I take it these are your fellow members of Class 7?
Yes, that's correct.
You know about us?
Of course. I've read all about you in my brother's letters. Where are my manners, though? My name is Rufus Alberea. Eustace is my younger brother. You needn't hide your shock. It would come as no surprise at all to learn that my brother has never once mentioned me. He is, after all, quite easily embarrassed.
That's not...
He's being toyed with. I can hardly believe my ears. What happened to the arrogant young upstart we've come to know and mostly tolerate?
Ah, but I digress. This is no time for idle chatter. I came to escort you to your lodgings for the weekend.
Wait, you don't mean...
The car is parked outside. Welcome to the verdant city of Bereahard. I hope you enjoy your stay, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7.
This city reminds me a lot of Europe. It looks like, France, looks like Paris. I've been to London and Rome before, and it looks very much like a town square that you would see in Rome or in London, but to me it just looks like it takes inspiration still from France. Oh, there's even a Christie's here, good lord.
I see. So the one responsible for selecting our tasks this time around was...
Indeed. I selected them on behalf of my father. Allow me to present you with this.
Thank you.
It really is a fascinating coincidence. I never imagined my younger brother would become classmates with the son of Lord Schwarzer.
Huh?
You know my father?
Certainly. Baron Theo Schwarzer is an old acquaintance of mine. Many years ago, I accompanied him to a falconry competition held in the suburbs of Heimdall. He taught me much about the practice and its etiquette. Why, that must have been 10 years ago now.
Yes, he's quite well, and still just as fond of hunting as ever.
Splendid, splendid. And you must be the son of Governor Regnitz, no?
That's correct. I'm surprised you knew.
Indeed. I encounter him quite often when taking care of official matters in the capital. Though our positions may be different, he has given me excellent advice in the past. I feel it must be fate that you two would end up in my younger brother's class. Please do try and get along with him.
I will consider the possibility with an open mind.
Wonderful. And I would be remiss if I were not to acknowledge our two beautiful ladies. No doubt your presence brings a touch of elegance to my younger brother's academic life.
Oh, I'm honored you would say so.
It's nothing like that.
Can we please stop discussing me? And when you say lodgings, you can't possibly be referring to...
Need you even ask? Naturally, you'll all be staying at the Alborea family mansion.
But...
I jest. Father's instructions were that I should do with you as I wish. So, considering the circumstances of your visit, I've had a hotel room prepared. That way you'll be able to concentrate more easily on your field study, no?
Oh, thank you. Truly appreciate it.
I wonder what that was all about.
I'm afraid we'll need to end our charming repartee here, however. For I can see your hotel coming into view now.
Thank you for the escort, and thank you very much for arranging a hotel for us. We're truly grateful for your kindness. Oh, think nothing of it. Under ordinary circumstances, I would have invited you to a banquet this evening, but unfortunately, I have business I must attend to in Heimdallr after we're finished here. In Heimdallr? Will you be going by airship? Indeed, I'm representing our father. Huh. Don't tell me you're going to be all lonely and blue without me. Surely you jest. He may not be the most affable person, but please, do try to extend your kindness to my brother. May the goddess's blessings be with you. I pray that your field study activities are fruitful. You know, as much as I bitch about Machias and Eustace, at least they're interesting, unlike some certain women that are with us here. So that was Rufus Alborea. I've heard rumors about him. They say he's the ace of the noble faction. Meeting him in person, it's easy to see where that reputation originated. He seemed like a rather charming person, projecting both intelligence and kindness. Yeah, he made a point of showing consideration for my dad, too, even though he's a low-ranking noble. And he effortlessly thrust Eustace into the role of cute little brother. I would have preferred you not to have seen that. Though I must admit, I wasn't expecting him to leave Berehard just as we arrived. How unfortunate. What do you mean? Nothing that concerns you. We should check in at the hotel and begin our work. Wait, come on, let's go drop off our things. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, though the thought of actually staying in a hotel this high class is kind of intimidating. Off we go. Something tells me that Eustace just doesn't get along with his father. I think that he has daddy issues, I've gotta say. It's truly an honor that a humble establishment should have the opportunity to greet a member of the esteemed Dukes. Spare me the formalities. We came merely to drop off our belongings, after which point we'll be leaving again immediately. Please show us to our rooms, as you wish. If you'll allow me to escort you to the western wing, then, we have a fine suite prepared for you. We have individual rooms reserved for each of your classmates as well. Wait, I believe I told you before that we're here solely for our studies. This excessive hospitality is neither required nor appreciated. But, Lord Eustace, I must insist. Don't make me repeat myself. It would require only 2 rooms, one for the boys and one for the girls. Will that be okay with you all? Works for me. That's more than enough. Of course, we're students. We should be treated as such. Looks nice. Yeah, looks good. I like it. We can finally start working on our field study tasks now, I think. Good. We've wasted more than enough time as it is. Now, let's crack open that envelope, shall we? Alright, here goes. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, what do we have? Aurochs Cannon Monster. Weren't the Aurochs like the Besaid Aurochs, that crappy Blitzball team? And put a ring on it. Who requested that? Beyonce? Ugh. Okay, so good to go. One request from a noble, followed by one from an artisan. That should certainly keep things interesting. Yeah, they seem to have struck the perfect balance here. The monster one sounds irritating. What do they mean by report to Aurochs Fort on this one? Aurochs Fort sits on the opposite side of Aurochs Canyon. It's a provincial army base originally built in the Middle Ages. The request must have come from there. Sounds like trouble to me. We should probably save that one for last, just to be on the safe side. I'd advise that regardless. The path through the canyon is long and treacherous. We should complete our other tasks before we venture out that way, lest we run out of time. Yeah, let's do that. Fine by me. I have no objections either. Alright then, let's get started. I'm sure Elisa and the others are working hard on their own tasks as we speak, and we can't let them beat us. So let's give this our all! Okay, let's go, let's do this! And we will do this next time on Let's Play Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And have a good day!